So your car came from the factory with run flat tires as original equipment. And for most of you, these are 3-season or summer tires that just weren't designed to handle winter weather. But you want to keep run flat tires on your car, and you have to drive in all types of weather conditions, including dry, wet, and snow. Well, finally several tire manufacturers are making performance all-season run flat tires designed for drivers like you. We wanted to compare several of the newest designs, so we tested the Bridgestone Potenza RE960 AS Pole Position RFT, Michelin Pilot Sport AS Plus ZP, Pirelli Pzero Nero All-Season Run Flat, and Yokohama Avidin Vigor ZPS. Well, first up we're driving on Bridgestone's Potenza RE960 AS Pole Position RFT, and Bridgestone's 3G sidewall design used in this tire sets the standard for run flat ride quality. This tire does the best job at softening the ride over all sizes of bumps along our route, and the overall handling is good with nice linear steering response. Here on the track, this tire holds a small subjective advantage over the others thanks to its predictable handling. And in the wet, handling feels stable, but it doesn't have quite as much ultimate grip as the Michelin tire. Next up, we're driving on the Michelin Pilot Sport AS Plus ZP, and the ride quality of this tire is close behind the Bridgestone, feeling just a little firmer when encountering larger impacts. And the everyday road handling received good scores from our team thanks to its crisp steering response. On our test track in dry conditions, the handling of this tire is very responsive, but it doesn't have the Bridgestone's ease of control when driven at the limit. And in the wet, this tire leads the way with balanced handling and good grip. Now we're driving on the Pirelli Pzero Nero All-Season Run Flat, and the overall ride quality is good, but it feels a little stiffer than the Bridgestone and Michelin tires over most impacts. It produces minimal tread noise, but shattering impacts and expansion joints can be heard as well as felt. When driven at the limit, this tire feels lively, but it's not quite as predictable as several of the other tires in our test. And in the wet, it has noticeably lower overall traction and feels somewhat slippery. And finally, we're driving on the Yokohama Avidin Vigor ZPS. And compared to the other tires in our test, the firmer ride of this tire feels like you're driving on a traditional run flat. It also seems to transmit a bit more of the impact and tread noise. Here on the test track, the overall handling feels balanced and predictable, but in the wet, this tire just doesn't have the traction to match the other tires in our test. Well, drivers who want to maintain run flat capability and need a performance all-season tire that can handle some winter weather now have a variety of good options to choose from. The Michelin Pilot Sport AS Plus ZP puts the performance in performance run flat, with a blend of sporty handling, good traction, and reasonable road manners. The Bridgestone Potenza RE960 AS Pole Position RFT shows how close the best run flat design comes to matching the ride quality of conventional tires, while still delivering good handling and traction. Out on the road in everyday driving, the Pirelli Pzero Nero All-Season Run Flat isn't far behind, but would benefit from an increase in wet traction. And rounding out the test group is the Yokohama Avidin Vigor ZPS, which can't quite match the ride quality of the best and doesn't have their wet traction either. As we compare tires side by side, we find each has its own personality. It's not as simple as choosing between good and bad. So as you view our test results, it's important to focus on your priorities and what fits best with how, where, and what you drive. And also be sure to go to TireRack.com for a complete test report and to learn more about the tires featured in this test.